Hi, good day. So I promised that I was going to record a free teaching on how I was able to do a research online and actually pick up an affiliate product to promote from there, and how I actually did earn some reasonable money from that particular research. This is for people like someone like me just starting out who does not have like lots and lots of money already. So we just leverage on marketing people's products, which is called affiliate marketing. And we do this leveraging by doing research online. And so today I want to actually show you how I do these things. So if you've not seen me yet, this is a picture of me on the screen. So let's delve straight right in. So in March 2020, early March, 1st of March to be precise. So I finished my exams, and when you've been very busy with exams for a very long time and you've been off social media for quite some space. So I knew I was like going into social media all out again. I was really in for it. Like I was totally ready to go and stumble and finish social media again, that kind of a thing now. So I finished my exam that day. But while I finished, I went on to Twitter and I saw some people talking about the naira is getting terrible because COVID was coming around in other countries. So they were talking about how the naira was going to go down because of the whole pandemic and it might never come back to its position again. And that conversation interested me. So I was like actually reading through it, but I had to actually travel down to Lagos. That particular no, the next morning I had to travel to Lagos the next morning because I had a flight the next day. So because like my favorite thing to actually do after reading is traveling. So I was done with exams. I really wanted to like spend some time enjoying. So immediately I was done with my exams, I packed my bags and baggages, then off to Lagos so I would not miss my flight and all that. So when I got to Lagos, I called a Taxify cab. So while in the cab, we were stuck in traffic on our way to the airport. And this guy, the Taxify driver, now said, and bros, I beg, you don't hear about, this is Pigeon that I'm speaking, you don't hear about how to invest in dollars. That do I know anything about how to invest in dollars that you would like to know about it if I can put him through? And to be honest, I really did not know anything about it. So I just said I didn't know about it and I shrugged it off. So I got to the airport, had my flight, then I got to where I was going to. Okay, I got to you, then I was pressing my phone and all that. So I was surfing through Twitter again. So, a lot of people actually ignore the social media space a whole lot. And that's one thing I tell guys, that the social media is actually very, very powerful. And if you ignore it, you're ignoring it at your own peril. So I was up on Twitter just like this on that particular day. Funny enough, this is some coincidental stuff. So these are like Google dollar-based investments people that I actually follow on Twitter now. So I went to explore, which like shows me the trends in Nigeria, and suddenly I saw something like the crash of the naira. I can't remember exactly what. So I clicked on it and I started reading multiple posts about how I could invest in dollars. Then suddenly I stumbled on this platform called Rise Vests. So Rise Vest is a dollar investment platform that allows you earn about like over 15% of your um 15% interest on your capital monthly, but your investment is in dollars. So I saw this and I was very interested. Like I wanted to just do it for myself. So I was interested, although of course I did not have like a whole lot, but I had some money that I was interested in like pushing out into that. So I decided to read more about Rise Vest. So I discovered who the CEO was. The CEO is Eke Orum. So I saw who the CEO was. I decided to do a bit of a research on it, and I saw that it was a great platform. So I went to download the app, and suddenly, you know what I saw? I saw that I could actually affiliate for them. I've been talking about affiliate marketing. If you've not watched my video on affiliate marketing, there is a free module and you can watch it right there on Twitter. And if you can't access it, let me know so I can like make it accessible to you. So I decided to start promoting RiseVest as an affiliate, and RiseVest was paying about $5 per referral, and like you also get some bonuses if you met some targets. So I felt that was a great business to do, and I wrote down in my sticky notes that I was going to make 500,000 naira promoting RiseVest in 2 months. So I started out, I went on to Google and I did some research. Okay, so let's head on to Google. So let's just do some dollar investments in Nigeria. Investments in Nigeria. Research is a very vital part of marketing. If you are missing out on research, then you won't be able to actually do a whole lot. So I did some research online basically. Okay, so you can see Rise. This is the RiseVest. So it showed and all that. So I also went on to Google disadvantages of investing in Naira, Those are like things you can search if you're looking for a thing like this. So I checked, I also wrote down some things. I was writing in my Microsoft Word. So I wrote down all of these things, a number of other things. So I also saw a newspaper. I remember vividly, that was 3rd of March, a newspaper ad on how Dangote said he was going to move his business to the US, so he was going to like hedge against inflation. So I came up with this landing page. This is called a landing page where where your customers land after they see your advert. So I came up with this landing page, how to protect yourself and loved ones from losing your money as the death of Naira draws closer. So I wrote this headline. I have been studying marketing for quite some time, so I decided to just give it a shot. You will lose all your money in 2020 if you rely on the Naira. Hi, friend. My name is Tamilore. I have great interest in finance, and that is why I have come up with a risk-free solution to protect yourself and loved ones from the devaluation of the Naira. So I put in my image because, we are dealing with money here, and I was promoting a dollar investment. I wanted to promote a dollar investment platform, basically. So people would not trust me so much if I was faceless. So I decided to give myself a face by putting in my picture. So here's my picture. Did you know that in the last 14 years, a result of my research, Naira has seen some massive losses of value, enough to make you totally broke even without spending a dime? I will tell you something you probably do not know. So all of these things are stuff that I had seen in my research. So Naira has lost 13% of its value every year since 1971. Don't worry, let me explain better. See, let me tell you something about marketing. You can't actually do all of these things without great copywriting skills. So you must know how to write great copies and make people understand what you're trying to let them know through words. Don't worry, let me explain. The dollar is and has always been the standard world currency for some time now, and every currency is in a way subject to the dollar in the global market. So the fact that 13% is lost every year on the Naira since 1972 is a bad thing, which anyone who wants to keep their money safe and not lose money should take note of. Let me explain in simpler terms. If you save 100,000 naira at the beginning of the year, the money will be worth only 87,000 naira at the end of the year, even without you spending a naira from it. You can see that the naira is not making sense too, right? So that was like a question because I wanted to make it engaging. These strategies I'm talking about these strategies I'm about to tell you will help you stop losing your money. So I came up with this story. Early 2014, my brother was doing a manual job. I had to like do a lot of brainstorming to bring this up. Okay, so it was literally living from hand to mouth. At this point, I was still in S3. So I basically wrote a story there, and because people love to engage stories, they love to see what if what you're talking about is relatable. So I made it relatable. So I said, let me explain better. And you'll see that I was using different colors to make my headlines bold enough and visible. So even if someone wants to scroll through and says, oh, let me explain better, the person stops to actually see what I was trying to say. So if you had kept that money in Naira, 180,000 Naira at 2017, the money would have or would only have a purchasing power equivalent to just 90,000 Naira. And that's literally losing half of the money it took his hard work and sweat to save up. So I went up. So I talked about what are the things that why they should invest in dollars. The global market is experiencing a downturn and it won't get better. Stop having excess cash more than you need for survival. Keep your money in dollars and invest your money in dollars. Those exactly were the 4 things I told my friends. I am so passionate about these things because the poverty in Nigeria is so great and no one who earns a living here should even lose a dime extra. We already have a lot of worries and we can remove this from one of those worries. So I told you I saw a newspaper stuff about Dangote. So richest man in Africa also agrees with my opinion. So I did a screenshot, then I cropped it in on my website. You see, Aliko Dangote's net worth grew by 4.3 billion last year. Africa has issues with currency volatility, Dangote says. So what Dangote was saying about is Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest man, plans to take office space in the New York to help diversify his investments and avoid the risk of currency fluctuations on his home continent. So then another headline, you can see a sub headline rather. So you can see it is more serious than you think, and you should start protecting yourself and loved ones from the disasters of the Naira before it is too late. This platform was very important in helping me save and invest my money before I made my first million. So I'll be sharing with you now how to get started with keeping and investing in dollars. The exact same method myself and a lot of other people around me use. And I'll be giving you free $5 because people like free things a lot. So I thought I was going to give them free $5 for taking your finances serious and not wasting the time, efforts and resources I put together to make you see this. So sometimes ago, as a person of great interest in finance, I'd been researching true ways to save and invest in dollars. So I wrote all of these things and I told them how they could actually register and start investing with RiseVest. So as at that point, this point, I think it was about, Naira was up to about 388. Yeah. So I said you can start with less than 4,000 Naira. So how do they get started? You download the app by clicking on this link. So once you click on this link, it takes you down there to a app store where you can actually download the app. So you can see referral VBNQ. So that is my referral code once you click on that link. Yeah. So let's get back to what we're saying. You sign up and fill in all necessary details and you need a valid ID to complete registration. So I told them basically how they could actually get started. So then I went to the Rise website. Then I saw what they said other people were saying about Rise. So I said, here is what others are saying about Rise. They are all Nigerians too. So someone said after the economic downturn in 2015, then devaluation in 2016, Rise's value proposition was very clear to me. Take my earnings from a high risk devaluing currency into a stable appreciating currency. Rise breaks down the constraints of geography and gives everyone an opportunity to grow their investments. Then another person, investing in US stocks through Rise has been super helpful in diversifying my investments and growing my dollar investments portfolio. The icing on the cake is the community of investors that Rise gives you access to. Super outstanding. So another person talked about it again. So then I told them how they could actually get started. So they could send me a message on WhatsApp by clicking on this link. So if you click on this link, it's going to direct you to my WhatsApp if you're checking from your mobile or something. So I put up this advert and I spent just about 20,000 Naira advertising. It wasn't up to that. About, let's say 16,000 Naira maximum advertising this to people, like putting it on WhatsApp TVs, Facebook, Twitter, and a number of other places. And guess what? This is my earning from, okay, I'm coming, from promoting this particular product. You can see it. This is $459. So I earned $455 promoting it before they actually stopped their $5 referral contest, like allowing people promote to earn $5 per referral, because it was not going to be profitable for me if I was running at their new rate. So what did let's do a bit of a math. So $459 to naira. Okay, 459 times 420, because I withdrew most of the money around 420, 425 naira. Let's say by 425, because I even withdrew some at let's say 420. Let's say 420. So that's okay. Not sure where I'm coming. Times. Let me just use 459 times 420. So yeah. So I earned 192,780 naira. So let's say minus 16,000 that I know I did not, I'm sure I didn't even spend up to that. So advertise this thing. So you see, I had a total profit of 176,780 by just checking Twitter trends. Okay, so I actually used another way to actually determine this product and like find a way around it. So I went on to nairaland.com. So you can also do the same. You know, trends move a lot. Nairaland is one of the biggest platforms for interaction in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. They have, as of today, they have 5.7 million topics and they have 2.5 million members. So, you know, they actually have a lot of people. So here we are on Nairaland. As at that time, what I just did was I went to the investment platform, investment section, and I was reading some of the posts, and I actually saw stuffs about dollars. And I think I even saw the Dangote thing here. So yeah, basically, if you actually take the internet very serious and pay attention to details, you actually find out that there are a lot of things that could actually make you decent, pretty earning here on the internet, only if you pay attention and you're willing to learn. So I hope you did enjoy this module, and I'll be looking forward to record another free teaching soon. So if you're looking to actually get started with earning some stuff, like some money online, you can sign up for my WhatsApp mastermind class, which sells for 7,000 naira only, or my affiliate marketing guide on how I've been able to like make over $1 million with affiliate marketing this year, real profits this year alone. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.